The WBBM Noon Business Hour continues.
A survey by the wedding site The Knot finds more than half of couples chose a lab-grown diamond for their engagement ring. We're joined by Paul Zimnisky, independent diamond industry analyst in New York. Paul, thank you for joining us today. And the technology of lab-grown diamonds is not some new exotic innovation. In fact, it's been around for a number of decades.
Right. So I guess the first thing I would note is that between a lab-grown and a natural diamond, there are differences. With the manufactured lab diamond, it's, we could theoretically produce, as many as we want in the size, the color, the clarity. Whereas with the natural diamond, it was formed 1 billion years ago in the Earth's mantle. So it's a non-renewable natural resource. And we can physically tell the difference between the two. And that's why the prices are so different. Lab diamonds are a lot less expensive than a natural diamond.
And is that what makes it so attractive to couples getting engaged? Is that the lab-grown diamond has a more affordable price point?
Yeah. So in cases you can find a lab-grown diamond for say 90% less than an equivalent natural diamond. If we're talking like say unbranded generic diamonds. So the price point is significantly different. And I think that, that's attracting a lot of consumers to it. It's also relatively new that it's been available on a mainstream basis. So I think there's kind of a novelty and somewhat of a fad associated with it right now.
Now, Paul, this probably keeps you in business, is the fact that couples always rely upon a diamond ring to seal their engagement. But is the diamond still the far away undisputed champion of precious stones for engagement celebrations, or do couples look at different types of stones outside of diamonds?
Yeah, so I would say diamond is still the primary go-to. If we're talking about a special gift like an engagement ring, I think most people would prefer, say, a natural diamond that was formed 1 billion years ago that is rare and valuable, rather than one that was just manufactured in a few weeks. So, if you're thinking about a diamond, that's the way a lot of consumers think about it. But there are other manufactured gemstones if you're looking for something that's lower price point, like a moissanite, which is even less expensive than a lab-grown diamond, and in cases that, can reflect light even better than a diamond. And there's colored manufactured gemstones like man-made ruby, emerald, sapphire. Those are really expensive these days. You can probably find one of them for under $100. So there's something for everybody, and there are a lot of options out there.
Now, I'm sure you can tell the difference between a diamond that was forged 1 billion years ago and one that was grown in a lab, but can the average person determine the difference between the two?
Yeah, you're gonna typically want a gem lab professional to do that for you. The industry is making progress in this area, and there's a new machine on the market called Diamond Proof. And if you go to a jewelry store that has one of these, you can scan your diamond yourself, and it will instantly tell you if it's a natural or not. So these are the sort of innovations that are happening in the industry.
Has the process of mining diamonds and refining them, has it improved over the decades? And I only ask because Mrs. Hart's engagement ring has a stone that's an heirloom. It came from my grandparents. So it was originally purchased in 1944. And how has the process of extracting diamonds and putting them into engagement rings, how has that improved over the past 80 years?
It's actually, changing quite a bit. Technology is being implemented. There's a lot of automation happening with, across from the exploration to the actual mining itself to the manufacturing. So it is changing. The diamond itself is still, as it's always been, but the process to actually get it to the consumers is constantly evolving.
Paul Zimnisky, independent diamond industry analyst based in New York. Thank you for joining us on the Noon Business Hour. Join us at this time tomorrow for Travel Tuesday, and still to come, a pair of stock picks from a Money Pro.